A park ranger walked into a remote cabin in 1974 and simply ceased to exist. Not missing. Not lost. Gone in a way that made seasoned investigators say they had never seen anything like it. Ford Creek Patrol Cabin sits deep in the Idaho wilderness, surrounded by miles of unforgiving terrain. No roads. No neighbors. Just forest, silence, and whatever happened inside those four walls. The ranger, an experienced outdoorsman who knew this land like his own backyard, had checked in for a routine patrol stay. He was supposed to radio back within 48 hours. He never did. When a search team finally reached the cabin, what they found stopped them cold. The door was locked from the inside. The fire was still warm. A half-eaten meal sat on the table. His gear was still there. His boots were still there. Every single piece of survival equipment a trained ranger would need to walk out alive, untouched, neatly arranged, as if he just stepped away for a moment. But here's where it gets truly strange. There was only one way in or out of that cabin. And the snow surrounding it, fresh snow that had fallen the night before, showed no footprints leaving in any direction. Search dogs were brought in. Trained animals that could track a scent across miles of open terrain. They circled the cabin, whimpered, and refused to follow any trail outward. That almost never happens. Investigators combed the surrounding forest for weeks. They found nothing. No body. No clothing. No broken branches. No signs of an animal attack. No signs of anything at all. But that's not even the strangest part. A journal was found on the table, open to a fresh page. The final entry read 3 words, "It found me." And the ink was still wet. Officials tried to write it off. Disorientation. Sudden mental break. A freak accident in terrain nobody had searched thoroughly enough. But every rational explanation collapsed under the weight of the evidence. Because the lock from the inside door had no secondary locking mechanism. No window latches were disturbed. Structurally, forensically, there was no way for that door to be locked unless someone was still inside when it was locked. Decades later, researchers studying unexplained wilderness disappearances, and there are hundreds of them across North America, found that Ford Creek fits a pattern nobody in mainstream science wants to discuss out loud. Isolated locations. Experienced outdoors people. Belongings left behind. Zero forensic trail. And in several cases, those same haunting final words, or something very close to them, found in writing at the scene. No one has ever been charged. No body was ever recovered. The case sits in a file somewhere, officially listed as an unexplained disappearance, which is bureaucratic language for, we have no idea what happened. The Ford Creek Patrol Cabin still stands today. Rangers avoid overnight stays there when they can. Some refused outright and don't explain why. Maybe they don't need to. If you ever find yourself alone in the wilderness and something feels wrong, trust that feeling. Subscribe so you never miss a mystery like this one. And tell me, do you think something unexplained is happening in America's wild places, or is there a rational answer we're all missing?